Hello and welcome back to the second video in a series on the stock valuation project. Let's look at the second section of the analysis part of the guidelines and get into it. Remember, no mini exercises associated with the stock project videos. Here's the guidelines. And we're talking about the ratio analysis section today. So you look at the most recent 3 years and you can get the financial statements whichever way you think is best. I like getting them from Net Advantage. We went over how to get back to Net Advantage in the previous video. Feel free to check that out, but here we are. We can pull up a company's ticker and let's look at Tesla as the company whose financials will pull up. Guess the ticker, Tesla, TSLA. Good guess. So you pull up the financials, or you pull up the ticker, and then on the left, you'll see under financials, click on any of these financial statements. Here's the balance sheet. And if you click on this link, download financials here, it downloads all the financial statements to Excel, including a sheet with ratios. So let's open up that spreadsheet that was just calculated. So this is an easy way to get, here's the tab ratios. Here's an easy way to get a firm's financial statements into Excel. There's lots of other ways to do it, but you can analyze the most recent 3 years of financial statements. So you want to see how the ratios look over time within your firm, right? And also compare them to your peer group. And you can decide what's best in terms of presenting that information. Do you compare your firm to the peer group average ratio, or do you compare your firm to each individual peer group member firm? That's up to you to figure out. I'm curious to see what you come up with. So the ratios that you should calculate, right? There's a lot of ratios. If you think back to the ratio analysis chapter, that's chapter 4. Here it is. I wouldn't compute and report every single ratio in this chapter. I think a good approach would be, if you look at these categories of ratios, if you compute 1 or 2 ratios from each of these 4 main categories. I suppose if you want to talk about market value measures, you could as well. But I feel like if you compute 1 or 2 of each of these, 1 or 2 ratios from each of these categories, that'll provide a good overview of the ratio analysis for your firm. And again, right, for those ratios you choose, look at the trends over time in that ratio at your firm, and also compare your firm's values of the ratios to the peer group. All right, well, I hope this was helpful. In the next section, we'll look at valuation analysis. Thanks for tuning in.